Yo, 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 what it do, what it do? It's your boy Demo Don, aka God Demo. Back in the house again, back in this thing again, doing what I do the best, doing what I do the most. Keep it Riznil. And do I care how you feel? You know man, why should I care how you feel? I got too much going on in my life to be overly caring what another person feel to where I gotta watch my tongue because you can't deal with your feelings and your insecurities. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. So, I just want to know, why would you talk about do that like that? I'm just saying, why would you talk about that dude like that, man? You know he going through his things and all the things he going through, but you gonna talk about do that like that. So what, he can't rap? I didn't say that. You said, why would you say that? Why would you say he can't rap? Okay? He got on stage, he had the courage to get on stage and say that lame ass rap like it was really tight or some shit. But why would you say that about him like that? Dude that had the nerve and the courage to jump on stage in front of all those people and do his thing. What you got a nerve to do again? What you got the courage to do again? Okay. Do that. Why would you talk about do that like that? Damn, man. I'm talking about you people, man. Y'all be doing too much, man, talking about people, man. And you think nobody gonna hurt you? That's crazy. And then you think, oh, because you're thinking it, we don't hear that? Ain't nobody supposed to hear that? What's wrong with you? Damn. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got some wild thoughts. For real. Y'all got some real wild thoughts. And I was like, y'all talk about me? And y'all talk about me and what I'm supposed to do and how I'm not doing my job and how we not doing our job and stuff like that. But what are you thinking about again? Where is your brain at? Where's your mentality? Straight up. You ain't got enough courage to even get out there for yourself. And you expect the world just lay in your hand. Right. Well, so why would you talk about do that like that? Huh? That's a good. You know what? Is his autism is you know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing to be playing with, man. Ain't nothing to be talking shit about, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Damn, punk ass motherfucker. Talking about his raps is lame and shit. It is, but still, dude can't rap. Why would you say that about do that? Because he can't rap. Well, why would you say that about do that though? Oh man. Look, man, I'm trying my best to get y'all the truth about what's real out there, and y'all just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Just talking mad shit, trying to be the best douchebag you could be. I was like, really? Is that your aim? To be the biggest douchebag you could be? And a dirty one at that. Just a dirty douchebag. Hey, look, why would you talk about do that like that though, man? You know what I'm saying? Because straight up, like, we want to progress. And you know what I'm saying? It's like I understand you got doubts and disbelief, right? But I just straight up said to everybody all over the world on this little video that I have the cures. No STD? You don't want that? I got the cure. You none of those can't none of that. Do you want no disease? I got you, but you don't want to believe me. No autism? You may tell me they take a shot and then they just clear all that is gone, and they just take just one little and it's all cleared up, and they be just like you and me and you, and it's nothing, and all you gotta do is just not be so much of a bitch, doubtful and disbelieving, and barking and crap. You know what I'm saying? Just ooh boy, but why would you talk about do that like that, man? That dude didn't do nothing to you. All he did was jump in front of everybody across the world, said lame ass rap, and showed that he had the courage to jump on that stage and say that lame ass rap. Whack ass, lame ass rap. Why would you talk about do that like that? You know what? Your deflection projection is too much. You can't put that on me. You said that. You did that. You had fun with your friends like that, talking that shit. So why would you talk about do that like that? Damn, man. So, listen, he had more courage than you. So why would you talk about him like that? He put himself out there. Why would you talk about do that like that? Do that did his thing, man. Even though it was boy, if they gave that nigga a record deal, you know what I'm saying? He might as well jump on there with Lil Yachty and all the rest of them. I'm gonna rap. I can rap. Are you mumbling, my nigga? See, I can flow. I got raps too. That's 10 million right there. That flow worth 10 million right there, boy. Boy, that's the hook, ain't it? That's the hook. Why would you talk about do that like that? So it's like, okay, I want to be me. I want to be all the way me. And this is not my fighting body. This is my lamb body. This is the body that I usually be in when I'm trying to see what your creators are trying to create for you. And I had to kind of like physically go through it to see it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like physically go through it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a genjutsu type of situation, but it's like a real genjutsu. So you actually feel it and go through it, and you know you experience everything for real, for real. It's just the people aren't really there. You know what I'm saying? And so your boy Aziz, you know what I'm saying? Cause he don't like me calling him that. I don't give a fuck. Aziz. Punk motherfucker. You know, he tried to play me. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I just had a whole long conversation with this dude like right before. You know, while we was cooking and eating and shit. And I'm like, dude, you finna go down there, you finna do the right fucking thing, and you finna try to right some of these goddamn wrongs you put in. Or else I'm put my foot in your ass, and then I'm put my foot in their ass because they don't understand. Don't be trying to put no crybaby ass motherfucker in position like that they don't even fucking deserve. You know, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, still, motherfucker. So you know, I told y'all this. Did I tell y'all the story about me, Jesus, and Allah, and how like you know they played me. You know what I'm saying? How okay, Allah was playing Jesus and Jesus played me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like they wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, let me be me for shit. I told y'all that story where they wouldn't let, you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't let me be me. You know what I'm saying? And I had to sneak into the body of Barack Obama and stuff like that, and they had to become blonde Barack Obama. So you know what I'm saying? I ended up coming up there, and I found Allah manipulating Jesus, and I'm like, this motherfucker right here. So I fucked him up, and then I started fucking him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga. So really, you know, when I say 5-time champion, yeah, we had a lot of conversations here and here. So we had some words. Straight up, we had some words. So cause shit ain't motherfucker. If shit ain't right, shit ain't right. Don't give a fuck. That's why I am who I am. Cause I'm like, nigga, I don't play that shit. Nigga, you know that nigga, you know that shit ain't right. I will fuck you. I don't give a fuck who you are. I will fuck you up. No. That's why people who like know me and with me saying what I'm saying, they're like, oh, the thought alone. Get your shit together. Get your people. Get your shit together, please, please, please. He is not going to forgive you for none of the shit you did. He is not going to forgive you for none of that shit. Oh, no, don't believe none of that shit that church said. They tell us some, just say you sorry type shit. No. This is the most high. That nigga, hang it up. Hang it up. So it's like, you know, I want to be my full self. But anyway, I was talking about that. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to be me. I want to be me. Like all the way me. And I can't be that because my power, you know, is too great. And people get afraid with that kind of power. You know what I'm saying? Like my power right now is already too great. You know what I'm saying? Because come on now, I can spiritually deal with you like badly. And that power alone says way too much power. I am spiritually connected to all y'all, even though y'all not spiritually connected to me because you can't, you don't listen. Hard-headed motherfuckers. All you gotta do is accept me for who I am, and you get connected, and we can hear you. Now, whether you hear us is a whole nother story. Shut the fuck up. So it's just like for real. So anyway, I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? So blah blah blah, you know, we went back to the beginning and I made them do it the fucking right way and I ended up being me. You know what I'm saying? And then when I ended up being me, the whole Pennywise situation came about. And you know, it was just because I wanted to be a great man. I really truly just had the desire to be a great name and a great person and great, you know what I'm saying? However, because of this wicked world, you know what I'm saying, I had to, you know, do some bad stuff and shake some hands with some people that, you know, don't be in public view. You know what I'm saying? So it was that's the best way I could put that. I'm a gangster. I stick to the code. You don't need to know nothing. You don't need to damn know. Straight up. If you don't know these types of things, you don't need to know them. Straight up. And yeah, I know. For what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, talking in gangster code is kind of, you know, fucked up. But I told you, I love you. I don't like you. And I told you, because I love you, I'm going to tell you what's up. Because I don't like you, I'm going to tell you fucked up. And telling you, you know, the G code way, that's the best way I can do it. So, sarcastically speaking, you're going to be okay. Sarcastically speaking, you're going to be just fine. Such a joke. What kind of way you be speaking again? Illiterately speaking. You say that you know this, you know that, but you really don't. And you say that you don't know this, you don't know that, you don't know this, but you know. So why would you talk about do that like that? What? See, that's what I'm talking about, man. We talking about something totally different. And here you is talking about this dude in his lame ass rap that he came on America's Best, like fucking he had flows or some shit. Because, you know, when you search through the rest of the other people that's, you know, carries the same parents and DNA code as the same dude that y'all know, all of them ain't autistic. But the one thing they all have in common, can't none of them rap. None of them niggas can rap. Fuck you, do that. So you mean to tell me there's a dude that, or whoever you know that's autistic out there that's not autistic, but they're the same person, but just not autistic, and don't have no dysfunction or the deformities or nothing like that, and you're keeping them from being that same way. Because what? I don't believe that. You don't believe in what? You don't believe in God. You don't believe in the Lord. You don't believe that we can come here, either from the sky or even be born here, and live life. Hold up. What's your Lord and Savior? He was what now? He was born here? But he was a whole what? God. Thinking about what? That means our technology is way greater than yours? Way greater. Y'all get your information from where now? From heaven? So if you're getting your information from heaven, what does that tell you? Huh? That heaven has more information to the point where they can give it to you. How many fucks you got to give? How many fucks you got to give? You ain't got none? That's what I'm saying. You don't get no fucks. I don't care about that. I don't care about this. We know. Oh, we know. And the thing about it is just the other part of humanity don't know. And other people that was outside of humanity didn't understand that. That you don't give a fuck. You don't care. You don't give a damn. Brother Dan, by the way. Brother Dan. So it's like, what? What? You want me to overly care about your 2-cent expectation check, what you think, feel, believe, or guess your funky opinion more than you care about anything? You don't care about none of that shit. But your 2-cent expectation check, you aggressively pawn it off on everybody like you just ain't got no sense. So I'm like, man, I want to be my ultimate self. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been blocked all kinds of ways, even by God's, even by your Lord Jesus Christ. I've been blocked. So, that was a long time ago. That's not now. Not now, ain't nobody blocking me. Nobody that matters. Y'all, I know, me living this life and being poor and, having to do things I gotta do just to make motherfucking ends meet. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta eat. Y'all saw what I looked like when I was skinny. What I look like? Skeletor. Look, man, that was before her. That was before her. I was a different person then. Leave me alone, man. You've been a lot of villains. Who am I again? Hold up. Nah. Let's take this into consideration. Cain went ahead and whole brother, because he was being a bitch. Now, Cronus, whole daddy for being a bitch. You called me a fucking tyrant. What do you call it? Non-benevolent. Oh, like, damn, really? Really? I'm not benevolent? Why? Because I don't take your shit? Because I won't let you do what the fuck you want to do? Get the fuck out of here. But, it is what it is, man. We're dealing with a bunch of spoiled brats who just want to have it their way and they don't see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? I want what I want. I can't stand a nigga who just sitting there doing like this to this her. I'm like, where's your purse? Why would you talk about do that way? Why would you do that? You know you shouldn't talk about other people, right? You really shouldn't. Because, you don't have to live for them. You don't have to deal with the life that they have to live with. You don't have to deal with their everyday actions, their everyday words. So why would you be like that? Huh? Oh, boy, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all got some issues, boy. You ain't trying to deal with none of that. None of those insecurities that you got going on. You ain't trying to deal with none of that. But yet here you want to talk shit about do that. Because he bust the one of the wackest, weakest flows that I never heard in my motherfucking life. Like, what the fuck is this thing he was saying? You belong with Lil Yachty and the mumble rappers, don't you, boy? That's a hit, ain't it, boy? That's the hit. Boy, they be mumbling, they ain't just grunting. Shit, you remember what you said, mumble grunt? It's on the same page. Why would you talk about do that like that? Why would you sit there and deflect project like that? Because you don't want to deal with your insecurities and your lack of courage, but your overabundance of fear and intimidation and weakness and softness and I don't know, confusion. Because the church taught me to. The church said it, so it gotta be true, because they're holy men. They said they're holy. But what they be doing again? Outside of that 1 hour a week that they come in there and say, God said, and I'm going to use God's words to tell you, put some money in that bucket. Your hard-earned money, put it in that bucket for some hopeful wishing that the God that I'm talking about is going to come save you spiritually from things that attack you spiritually that you can't defend against in no shape, form, or fashion. That they going to come. I'm sorry, that one person, no matter what he doing, no matter what they doing, stop mid-sentence, mid-bang-bang, mid-whatever, and come deal with you. That's a lot of hopeful wishing, baby. Why would you talk about... Listen, stop talking about do that like that. So what, he had the wackest flow that you ever heard in your life? So what? Oh, you can't talk about do that way. And then he sat there and was just so extra confident and saying some of the most craziest shit. Nigga. But you got courage. That nigga was not that lion. He was not that lion. At all. He went out there. He did shit. Hey, if that was ever a person to be like, I fucks with that. I was like, I fucks with that. Because dude didn't give a fuck. Dude that nigga give a fuck. He was like, what? Bust these rhymes about a bunch of nothing, and I'm gonna say it proudly. And I'm like, damn, that was tight. Yeah, the flow was lame, but damn, that was tight. He said every word with confidence. I'm talking about, I want to get some do that. I want to get like do that. Straight up, I want to get like do that. Straight up. Y'all weak. Y'all weak. Hey, baby. The baby, the best diva, baby. The best diva. What's your name again? It doesn't matter. The band? And? TP2A Saban. TP2A Saban. You got the chant. What's your name again? The chant. TP2A Saban. TP2A Saban. Oh, no. Ass clown. And you ain't got no name. No, what's your name again? My mama named me this. My mama named me Zanquandalisha. Zanquandalisha? I thought it was Zaquanda. Oh, Zanquandalisha. What happened to Stephanie? What happened to Maydoreen? Maydoreen? Look, I actually know some people named Maydoreen. It was actually a person named Maydoreen. Don't be telling my great grandma like that. My great auntie. Something like that. Don't be talking about her like that. You know what I'm saying? She was a good woman as far as I ever heard. I ain't never met her. I ain't never met her. But that was her name. Can you believe that? Madarine. Who how many whippets did your mama inhale before she came up with that name? Zaquan Delisha. Cleophas. Oh, God. If I only had a brain. So what'd you get? So what's your name again? Okay, what's it translate in Hebrew? Because back then, that was the language. Even though we have a much more complex and direct language in English, let's use the old language where they didn't understand shit and they didn't have telescopes and stuff like that. Let's lose that shit. They didn't have television. They didn't have YouTube. They didn't have Google. They didn't have that shit. But we're going to use their shit. They built the shit so you can have the shit that you have now. Not for you to go back and try to do what's that called again? Regressing. Is he making fun of the engines? Oh boy, why you gotta talk about do that like that? Why you gotta talk about? You didn't have to talk about do that like that, okay? Damn. So what? His flow was weak. So what? He sat there and let all them weak ass people come in his land and take it from them and push them on the reservation and give them a casino where nobody can go to. Can't nobody even come here. What you got a casino? Who the fuck is coming out to gamble? I'm sorry. You shouldn't talk about do that like that. You shouldn't talk about people like that. Why would you talk about that deflection projection, huh? That deflection projection, huh? Why would you be that way? Talking about people that way. You shouldn't talk about, you know what, if you ain't got nothing nice to say. You know my nice comes with a price, right? I'm kind, I'm thoughtful, I'm considerate. But nice? Okay, look, this fair word. What does that mean? I don't comprehend that word right there. Fair. The fuck? Are you cussing me out or something? What is that? Are you talking about my mama? That's how I feel when you use that word. Fair. That's not fair. What you mean fair? What is that? What you call my mama fat, didn't you? You said my mama stank. What did you say about my mama? All I said is that's not fair for you to talk about people like that. I didn't say it. You said it. Deflection projection, you do it. Medea, Rasputia, Wonder did it. Wonder Crew, mother, boy, 3K siblings. Oh boy, get off that football team. Haters, boy, I'm talking about. What's your religion, your science? Hatist? Skepticism, hatist? Oh, hated skepticism. Hated skept. You a hated skeptist? Oh, a hated skeptist. That's your religion. A hated skeptist? I don't believe in that. Now you don't believe in shit. What you talking about? I believe in God. Sure you do. Sure you do. That's why you do all the dumb shit you do. That's why you don't think for shit. Because you believe in God that you don't understand shit about. So, what do you understand again? I know it exists. Okay, so now what? So that's all the information you have. So let's move forward. Okay, let's move forward. And we're just gonna keep that in mind. And the thought we're going to be is one day you're going to have to answer them questions to that dude. He's going to ask you some questions. So why did you do this? You know what I'm saying? Was you? Was you planning to do that? Was that your intention? To when God asked you, why did you do some of the things you did that was fucked up, and your plan is to so why would you talk about do that like that? So what? His flow was weak. So what? That lame ass rap wasn't shit. He had the courage to jump on stage and bust that weak ass flow. Okay, what you got? What you got the courage to do? I love you. Deflection projection. Deflection projection. What's your guessing? Deflection projection. What's your guessing? You assuming? Are you assuming? Are you still assuming? You know you make an ass out of yourself when you assume. For real. Cause usually is you and me because I'm with you. But I'm not with you no more. So you just making a fool of yourself. Making ass. He all Yui. Assumers. He haul. I understand you from the University of Imbecilia. Where'd you get your answers from? Where'd you get your answers from? University of Imbecilia. Uh-huh. I know. You can stop messing over our love and stop forgetting it too. Straight up. Real talk. And somebody gonna get hurt. You keep fighting. What are you fighting for? For image? Let me know when you're ready to bust a grape. Okay? These these taste just like grapes. You ain't never had an eyeball before? They taste just like grapes. Fruit fight. You want to bust a grape? Time, energy, and effort is your three most important things, right? And if you don't pay that bill that you're supposed to pay to yourself, so things gonna go wrong because consideration is thoughtfulness. And if you inconsiderate, which is thoughtlessness and carelessness, then you're doing a bunch of evil because that's what's gonna happen. A bunch of wrong. When you don't think and you don't care, a lot of wrong gonna happen. So if a lot of wrong gonna happen when you don't think, you don't care, what is that? It's called evil. Because somebody's joy is gonna get taken away because your stupidity. Yeah. So anytime you're stupid, somebody has to do double, triple, 4 times, 5 times, how many times over the work for you to be comfortable. So someone's comfort brings discomfort to others. Someone's convenience can bring inconvenience to others. Be aware of something. Maybe live for peace. Peace. That's one love we got all within each other. Yeah. What you say again? I can't hear you. Breathe. Make it make sense to you, and let me know if you can make it make sense. I can't hear you over all that. Oh boy. So why you still trying to talk if you can't breathe? Why you still trying to talk? You don't know what else to do. That's what's the definition of when you don't know what else to do? Ignorance. Is it bliss? Let me know and make it make sense. Okay. Let me know and make it make sense. And if you can't, then it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Okay. It's just not gonna happen. So why hold your breath and wait for it to something that's not gonna happen to happen? No, that's going to happen. Somebody coming from the sky, yeah, that's going to happen. But because you're unaware that humans are weak as fuck and they don't uh, have no power outside of money and suggestions, finance, well, wealth and suggestions. That's your only power, right? Okay. You know, knowledge is power, right? When you know better, you do better. And knowing is half of any battle. Whatever you're fighting for, knowledge is half of it. You know who you're fighting against, what they can do, how they can do it, this, that, and the third. You know, stuff, information, details. Why would you talk about that dude that way? Stop talking about do that, okay? Look, I understand the flow was weak, it was lame as fuck, but he got on stage, he tried. He at least put in the effort to do something, to be something. Why don't you do that? What's up, Doc? Don't feed the ops.